What is up, guys? So I'm sorry that I didn't put up a video yesterday. YouTube is still trying to figure out the issue with making some of the public videos private, so sorry if you didn't get to see my last couple of videos when they came out. They're there, so go check them out. Today I want to talk about anxiety and heartburn. Okay, that could be anxiety and heartburn, anxiety and GERD, anxiety and acid reflux, indigestion. All of these things can be made worse with anxiety, high stress, panic disorder, depression even. Whenever you're dealing with high levels of stress, that can increase the stomach acid. All right, it can increase the development and the production of it. So there's more going to be available. If you already have heartburn, you already have indigestion, you already have been diagnosed with GERD, the anxiety is going to, unfortunately, like it does many of our illnesses and issues that we have, it's going to make the problem way worse. So if you think that you have some pre-existing condition, like just naturally having bad acid reflux, or heartburn, you need to go to the doctor and get that checked out and be officially diagnosed. I'm not going to diagnose anybody with like, yeah, that sounds like GERD. Make sure you know what you have, what you're dealing with. If you just get a little bit of acid reflux after you eat, that does not mean you have GERD, okay? GERD is just a more serious chronic condition that usually requires more medication. So, a little about me, my story. I've always had bad, horrible heartburn. GERD runs in my family, so I ended up basically getting that. I was diagnosed with that by my GP, so my doctor, general practitioner. So I had just straight up natural GERD. So I've been put on different medicines for that throughout my early adulthood, and that's usually when it gets worse. If I ate spicy foods, it'd be horrible. That was just a condition that I had, and it wasn't a nightmare. It was easily treatable, and I could deal with it. It wasn't a big deal. I took some medicine. I would have Rolaids or Tums or something like that. Once I got anxiety, however, things changed, and I had a horrible freaking heartburn. Anything that I ate that wasn't like a vegetable, it seemed like just burning up here in my chest, in my upper abdomen, and this caused problems with my health anxiety because then I thought I was having a heart attack. I was getting heartburn confused for that. So anytime after I ate a big meal, I was restless, I felt chest pain, I felt burning, I felt uncomfortable. And this made my heart rate go up, made my blood pressure go up, and now I'm having a panic attack because of my heartburn, and I'm making it into something that it's not. There were a few times where I woke up in the middle of the night with like lava basically coming out of my throat, and if that's ever happened to you, I'm sorry. I mean, that sucks, man. That happened to me quite a few times where I would just wake up because right here in the bottom of my throat, the stomach acid had made its way all the way up, and it like basically sat there at the bottom of my throat and just it was like, stomach acid is like very, very intense stuff. It's good that we have it. It breaks down everything that we eat and all the crazy stupid processed foods that we eat, and everything that we consume. But whenever that stuff comes up in your throat, man, it has bad consequences. In the long run, I'm not going to get into the consequences of heartburn. That's just something you need to talk to with your doctor. I'm not here to freak anybody out. That's the least of my worries today. I just wanted to share my experience with that. Now, there are a few things that you can do, all right? Because heartburn just sucks in general, but whenever you have anxiety, it's like through the roof. So there are a few things that you can do that I have done. The first one I'm going to talk about is apple cider vinegar, and I know it sounds crazy. Whenever I started drinking that mixed with lemon and water, I was doing it for like weight loss, okay? But it turned out that like 3 weeks into it, I remember eating a huge meal, something that usually gave me like some buffalo wings or something. I remember laying on the couch, and I was like, wow, I was like, I haven't had heartburn in like 2 or 3 weeks. What's up? Then I was like, OMG. I was like, I've been doing apple cider vinegar. I've been drinking that. Maybe, I saw something about maybe that helping, but maybe that's it. Sure enough, 6 weeks passed, and I was like, oh, I don't have heartburn anymore. It like basically cured my heartburn. I did a video on that if you want to check it out. By the way, I will put the Heinz apple cider vinegar and the Bragg's apple cider vinegar down in the description below if you want to check it out. It's easy, guys. You can do like 2 teaspoons or 2 tablespoons, whichever you want to do a day. I do about 12 ounces of water. You can do 12 to 16 ounces, and I would even cut up, you know, a few lemon slices or like half a lemon and squeeze in there. The lemon takes the edge off the cider vinegar, because you know how, like, if you've ever had any type of apple cider, you know how that tastes, but the vinegar is going to be stronger. So the lemon kind of helps with that and takes the edge off. And lemon water is good for you anyway, so I was kind of getting a bonus out of both. So I would take that in the morning is the best time, kind of on an empty stomach, and it'll help you out for the rest of the day. I don't have crazy indigestion. You know, I'm not having the heartburn or the acid reflux. Excuse me, my nose is like going crazy. I don't know why. I guess you can say that basically cured it. Apple cider vinegar didn't help me in a crazy amount of other ways, at least not noticeable. It's supposed to help you, you know, lose weight over long periods of time, and I think maybe that's helped me. But I never expected the heartburn situation to be better because of the apple cider vinegar. So keep that in mind, guys, if that's something you want to add, you know, to what you do every day. Also, some of these things you've heard, you do need to exercise. Make sure you're getting your sleep, but you also need to watch what you're eating. If you know that having a big, huge thing of buffalo wings is going to make your indigestion and heartburn bad, you need to make sure that you have, you know, that you're either on some type of heartburn medication. Do the apple cider vinegar that I was talking about. Make sure that you're drinking plenty of water. Make sure that you have Tums or Rolaids. Make sure that you're eating slow. Make sure that you're chewing everything up completely, because that can make a difference. And maybe just don't eat as many, you know, or as much of what you're consuming that gives you this crazy heartburn. Because you know that if you have this bad anxiety, you know how it goes. They go hand in hand with the heartburn situation, issue, whatever you want to call it. It always drugged me into another panic attack or just a very anxious state of mind, and I just didn't like it. So if you're going through that, I'm sorry. You're not alone. I've been through that whole business. So check that out. I'm going to put a few other links down below on some resources for anxiety on how to overcome that. Join the Facebook group if you haven't. It's a good group, support group for stress, anxiety, panic attacks. Thank you guys for watching. Leave me a comment down below, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you haven't. And I hope you all have a good day, guys. Bye.